I've taken time to reflect on the progress we have made during my tenure as the chairperson. You will recall that during our last meeting, which was held in Lilongwe, we considered and deliberated on the situation in Egypt and Libya, and we looked forward to the successful completion of the transition. It is therefore very gratifying that these two countries have now held democratic elections despite the challenges that they faced. This was a huge achievement, especially for Libya, which has not held elections for almost half a century. We acknowledge the challenges ahead as they move toward consolidating and entrenching democracy, and I am sure the experiences from the region will provide a useful resource to these countries. I also recall the discussions we held regarding Somalia and the regional insecurity arising from the instability in that country. During our last meeting, we specifically urged the transitional government to strengthen democratic systems and structures, and the inauguration during the year of the new parliament was very encouraging, especially that it was first to be sworn in Somalia soil for over 20 years. We are also encouraged by the efforts of AMISOM and TFG forces to secure the country against the Al-Shabaab. These efforts will go a long way to restore security to our region. Honourable Ministers, as I hand over the chairmanship to Malawi, I do recognize the challenges that still lie ahead, including the threats to peace and security posed by the negative forces at the Great Lakes region and the continued need for the region to consolidate democracy. I have every confidence that the Republic of Malawi, which has itself showed from their peaceful transition in April this year, that they will be indeed leading by example.
On behalf of the government of the Republic of Malawi, I wish to extend our very sincere gratitude to you, distinguished Ministers of Foreign Affairs, for electing Malawi as the chair of this very important meeting. This is an honor to Malawi and to me personally, and is indicative of the confidence that you have in the Republic of Malawi. I want to pay special tribute to the outgoing chair, the Kingdom of Swaziland, for their exemplary performance as the chair, and look forward to benefiting from Swaziland in their new role as rapporteur. Let me also take advantage of this particular forum and indeed to thank profoundly my brother, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Uganda, and indeed the outgoing chair, Swaziland, for their kind words, which are very comforting regarding the demise of our late president. As you are aware, Malawi lost her president in April this year. And our president was none other than Professor Bingu wa Mutharika. As you are all aware, late Professor Bingu wa Mutharika was the first Secretary General of the Preferential Trade Area PTA, which later transformed into COMESA. He's also died as the chair of COMESA. After his demise, Malawi had a very smooth transition and respected her constitutional order. Our new president, Mrs. Joyce Banda, who is the current chair of COMESA, has embarked on an economic recovery plan for the country so that Malawi can move forward economically and in terms of her development agenda. And indeed, that is very much in keeping with the spirit of COMESA, because the agenda of Malawi today is to move from aid to trade. Distinguished delegates, honorable ministers, we are particularly honored to take on this assignment because of the important role that peace and security play in regional integration and economic development, which indeed cannot be overstated. That is why these meetings have evolved to become extremely important in the COMESA calendar of events. Apart from creating an enabling environment for economic development, the importance of maintaining peace and security is to ensure the avoidance of undue suffering that result from violent conflicts would also guide us to come up with recommendations that will see this region transformed. I am aware that we take on this chairmanship at a time when the region is faced with several challenges, but we are encouraged that these are not insurmountable.